All right, so today we're going to be looking at Oak Meadow's kindergarten curriculum, and we're going to begin with the course book. We cover English and social studies together, math, science, arts and crafts, music and movement, and health each week. At the start of each lesson, you're going to have a weekly planner and an assignment summary that has a chart for mapping out your week, as well as just a checklist to help you stay organized. As we flip through, you can see that all the subjects are going to be separated out with a title header, and that reading selections will be noted at the top of the relevant sections. You'll find the stories and other resources you may need in our resource book, though parents are welcome to swap out stories as needed. When you move through the curriculum, you'll also find notes on how to present activities to your child, like drawing the letter A alongside them, as well as occasional references to to other books in our essentials package, like the guide for teaching the early years. Um, at the end of each lesson, you're going to have an assessment overview checklist, and that is going to include things like how they're progressing on developing various skills, and those are intended to be grown upon throughout the entire year. At the start of each lesson, you are going to see that assignment checklist every time, and on the right-hand side, it will also include a materials list there, which you can find in the back of the course book, both in alphabetical order and broken down by lessons to fully prepare you for each week. In kindergarten, we spend the first half of the semester really focusing on the letters A through R, and the second semester focusing on the letters S through Z. We reinforce the learning experience through developmentally appropriate play activities, drawing activities, and other things to really engage your child creatively. At Oak Meadow, we take a gentle approach to teaching and emphasize the importance of creative play in the learning process. This is a head, heart, and hands curriculum. So we ask that the parent engage with their child every step of the way. Okay, now moving on to the resource book. The resource book is going to contain all the stories referenced in the curriculum, as well as an introduction written to the parent that goes over things like rhythm and routines, how to set up your space, and general advice on how to make the most of your homeschool experience. And now we get to our stories. So all the stories that are referenced in the course book are going to be found in the resource book. These include classic tales like the Tale of Peter Rabbit. We recommend reading the stories ahead of time, just so you have an idea of what you're going to be reading to your child each night. And you may want to swap out some stories for cultural relevance or building on narratives and traditions that exist within your family already. The beauty of homeschooling is the flexibility, so the curriculum does allow room for swapping stories based on your relationship with your child. Now we're going to take a look at what comes in our K-3 Essentials package. So this is a one-time purchase and is intended to grow with the child through for the years kindergarten through third grade. So we'll start with Healthy Living from the Start, where we lay out a developmentally appropriate kindergarten through third grade health curriculum that is separated out by grade level conversations. This is a comprehensive health curriculum that deals with all things from growth and development to developing hygiene practices, as well as social emotional learning, body awareness. It's great for families that have children of multiple ages, so you can start having those conversations across the spectrum. And at the very end of Healthy Living, we do have recommended reading for both the parents and the children. In the Guide to Teaching the Early Grades, we cover skills to help you homeschool your child. So we go over how children learn, how to relate to your child through play, and how to craft your own stories and make crafts in tandem with your learner to deepen and personalize the learning process. We've heard from a lot of families over the years of how valuable it was for them to create their own oral traditions within their family, and that the older siblings tell them to the younger siblings, and it becomes a beautiful weave within the whole family environment. We also include a reintroduction to crafts overview for you to help you teach your child. So things like how to knit and how to crochet and how to do other handicraft work that's incorporated into the course book. We also have our music instruction in here, as well as songs, poems, and light little finger play for doing with your kindergarten through third graders. And on the subject of crafts, we have crafts for the early grades. So these activities are referenced in the K through 3 curriculum, but it's also just a very nice compendium of projects to have on hand. Returning to crafts seasonally or year over year can really help build out new traditions. And each return to a craft is going to bring a new learning experience, new insights, and build on family dynamics and tradition in the learning experience. So that is the complete kindergarten package with our K-3 essentials. So we have all of this. You can see it's quite hefty. We do print everything at a local printer. So we're out of Massachusetts, and we do offer digital curriculum for families who are on the move or for international families. You can always download 2 weeks of lessons on our website anytime. And if you have any questions at all, you should reach out to an educational counselor. We are always here and happy to help.